What's up, guys? It's your boy Mega here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my black-white aristocrats list. I was actually watching a tournament on my stream, twitch.tv/j_mecha. If you want to follow the stream, by the way, the link is in the description below, so go ahead and follow me. But that was a fun tournament. There's a lot of high tide, which I think is probably one of the best decks. I mean, it is one of the best decks in the format. Combo is just like a really big thing. But out of nowhere, this plucky little ORZHOV Aristocrats list beat High Tide from a board part, and I thought their list was like interesting. It has the Antifenza kind of combo, so if you have like a persist person with Antifenza and a sack outlet, that's like infinite. So if you have one of these like Blood Arts effects, that is super lethal. And like, like all Aristocrats builds are pretty good against sort of like fair decks and kind of bad maybe against unfair decks, so one of the biggest knocks I had against the deck was the mana base, and just their like sideboard was not really great. They only had like 14 cards, but I mean they beat High Tide, so I don't know. There's something there's something there. So I decided to try to expand its archetype and try to go in a different direction. The first step is for me is actually trying to fix the mana base, and I've decided to incorporate Arkham's Astrolabe, which is a great fixer. But the downside is you have to play snow lands and not much else, but it's not a big deal. The ORZHOV mana base this season probably lacks the most in like cool dual lands, like so Isolated Chapel. There's no Caves of Kolios, so I mean Snowfield Sinkhole is fine. If I wasn't playing Snow, I'd be playing Temple of Silence. And while I'm trying to get really greedy with the mana base, there's like 6 plains, like 9 swamps in here. How many swamps did I decide to put? Like 9. But I'm also going to try to play Frostwalk Bastion, because why not? If you're playing all these snowlands, why not play this? It's super greedy, I know, but you need a bunch of creatures, the sack to like Bloodthirst Vampires and Viscera Seers, stuff like that. So, why not? If I get an Astrolabe out, it doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. So I'm only playing 3. I had to cut 1. I had to cut 1 for another black source, but yeah, it's a little greedy. I'm just gonna start by saying that it is a little greedy, but why not? Go big or go home. Anyways, so all the aristocratic cards are kind of broke up into 4 different pieces. The first step is sack outlets. So Viscera Seer and Bloodthirst Vampire are pretty great. Viscera Seer, um, not like maybe like last couple seasons it's been legal, but hasn't been around. Bloodthirst Vampire is usually the one that you would play because it's pretty great. It's a big threat on its own, but Seer kind of helps like smooth out the draws a bit. The next step here is Blood Arts effects. So we have Zulaport Cutthroat and Cruel Celebrant. Cruel Celebrant's only 1 to 2 white cards in this list, yet we have to play all these like white sources. Extended Fence is double white, and it's kind of the only thing that has like the kind of combo in it, but you can just kill people just like having 8 of these guys, make some like weird suicide attacks, and just like drain and gain. It's pretty great. These are cool cards. Anifenza, like I said, is the combo piece for after you get a persist guy. There's like Malira in green, but I don't know. Splashing to a third color seems like really aggressive. There's just not enough room. The persist creatures, Putrid Goblin, and I think Board Bart had Safehold Elite. I'm trying Red Cap out because Red Cap is actually you can circumvent one of these kind of pieces. So if you just have Red Cap, Anifenza, Sack Outlet, that is still lethal. So I mean, why not? So it's kind of you can't just like get it. It does cost 4, so I don't know if you really play Rally the Ancestors. Instead, I'm gonna try Recurring Nightmare, which is pretty great. When you kind of just trade extra sort of pieces for your other things that have died. I think Grim Harvest to kind of draw everything out, make the Sacklets pretty good. So that's always been a staple in my older scratch list. So I'm going to keep that going. Sideboard here, pretty mostly dealt towards combo. Tidehauler's Color, Deafening Silence, and Duress, all great against sort of control combo lists. Nihil Spellbomb is my anti-graveyard plate. And then Vindicate, just like, blanket, permanent hate. Gonna play in a league today, so 5 rounds of sweet Pain Triple Action. And if you're not like, subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like, follow, give me a comment, see what you think about the list. What I do wrong? Is Frostwalk Bastion too greedy? Yep, here we go. Alright, got a match with the Pain Triple Aristocrats list. I will mulligan this hand. Stand seems fine, I'll keep. It's kind of hard, so excuse me. I kind of want double white for Anafenza. I think I'm more black sources. I'll just get rid of Swamp. It's kind of weird because I have red cap in my hand, but it should be fine. Oh gosh, here we go. Turn 1 hippie. That's not good for me. Okay, there's Anafenza. I'm gonna play the planes first. This is not good. Okay, just don't get rid of the planes. I want to play Anafenza here. Or, okay, just lose Anafenza. Another Dark Ritual. Were these mismatched? They were. Okay, Sign and Blood yourself. Him, me, maybe. Okay. Oh, they whiffed. Okay, so now I'm going to, I guess, run another Goblin. I need to eat the 4 mana, so maybe I could red cap this thing, but I might just lose all my cards before then. I don't have a ton of removal in my deck, and that's kind of a problem. I would say it's very much more like combo oriented. That's fine. I could lose that. Okay, I found that. So, all right, got a 50-50 on this. I'd rather miss the land. I could have actually kept the Cutthroat in my hand. Wait, no, it's not a 50-50. What are you talking about? There's double Spectre, so I'm just gonna lose my hand here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Cutthroat in my hand, I guess. Mind Drag Demon. Okay, you're gonna mill 4. I just want to... The game's over, but I just kind of want to see what their mill. Okay. Okay, drew a red cap. Yeah, I'm not beating this. Good start already. Good start to the deck. Good start for my opponent. Oh, you're up to a rip-roaring start. Okay, I think I like Vindicate in this matchup. That should be okay. And in this instance, I just kind of have to shave cards. Maybe like Tidehollow Sculler? I don't know. They're playing black. So I have to imagine them playing a ton of removal. I just kind of want to kill their stuff. I think this is okay. Maybe I don't want to kill the Harvest, actually. Oh, no. Maybe I wanted to keep all the Harvest. Maybe cut a red cap. We'll see if I get to a game 2 or 3. Okay, good start. Maybe I should have 23 land in my deck. I'm keeping. Triple Astrolabe will save us, right? I'm keeping. I have so many redraws. Alright. Dread Fugue. Oh, my hand is great against Dread Fugue. Number 10, I drew off this Astrolabe here. Okay. All my colors, at least. Astrolabe's doing the work. I'm probably getting him, though. Spellbomb. Spellbomb is actually pretty good against the Persist combo, so they could look at my hand again. Probably taking Recurring Nightmare. No, they can't. It's 2 or less, right? So it's either the Astrolabe or the other Seer. Okay. We're taking the Seer, I think, but who am I? This probably just means they have an answer to the main deck or the main board here. Maybe like a Mutilate or Drown in Sorrow, something like that. Sign and Blood themselves. Sure, love that. These part would just slam the Nightmare if I draw a land. Okay, Cutthroat's good too. Play this out. Now, like a board wipe looks really silly with the Cutthroat in play. Kind of the Powder Aristocrats and board wipes aren't super awesome against it. And they keep Sign and Blooding. It's great for me. Terramorphic Expanse in a mono black deck. That's interesting. Wonder what kind of landfall things they have. Does Midrange even have a landfall trigger? I don't remember. It has a, or is it a morbid? I don't remember. It has something. Ooh, Frostwalk. I think I'm actually gonna play the other Seer. Just for another creature for a Cutthroat. This is when Frostwalk's good. When you want a ton of creatures for Cutthroat. Because this is lethal. Mutilate. Okay. This makes them pop the spell bomb now before I don't want to lose all my creatures. So if they want to not stop this, then they have to pop the spell bomb now. Okay, they gave it to me. Awesome. I don't want to land, so I'm gonna put them at the bottom. Okay. I don't even know what I want. Because I think I'm just... Aren't they just dead? I'll just keep this on top. So then everything else can just die. Okay. Pretty sure I'm just activating attacking. Okay. Interesting they didn't do this while the Persister was in the stack. I guess a single creature can make this really annoying. Like, Hippie's not good. They have just infinite block. There's like infinite block range now. Okay. So now they have two creatures to block. Wait, they're gonna take the Kintree Spirit. Oh, they took the Nightmare. Interesting. I am like a land and a I guess go land like a red cap. That'd be really good. So found the land. I'll do Spirit here. I can't really attack now. Bone Shards. Okay. What did they discard? They have a Mind Rack Demon. Oh, it's Delirium. Okay. I was wondering what it actually has. Still, dead to a top deck red cap here. Okay, I drew another Kintree Spirit. I have a lot of time. Well, the Mind Rack Demon does kind of do a lot of damage. Do they have Delirium? Oh, they do. They have, okay. They have plenty of Delirium. Let's just Vindicate this guy. Was giving me a free attack with the Kintree Spirit. The must block. Now they can't attack with everything. Although I guess I could attack with a Hippie and then I just lose this. What if I just played like Spell Bomb against this? I think it's really good against like the Spectre part of this game. Okay, they're gonna try to go for broke here. Okay, could still draw a red cap and kill them. Oh. This is a pretty good attack because they have to block both of these things, unless they have a removal spell right now, which would be kind of devastating. Because now if they block one and they block the other, they just have to like they lose everything. So now they can't really attack with the Mind Rack Demon unless they draw another creature. I mean, they can just keep ripping creatures, I suppose. Okay, him. It's fine. Every creature's good, as long as they don't play a second one. See, Bastion's awesome. I knew it. I knew it'd be good. Greed is good. Now this makes what do you call it? Blood effects lethal, so that was good. Okay. Okay, so as I say, I think I want the fourth Horror Specs. Maybe I don't want Recurring Nightmare. They showed Spell Bomb, so maybe that's not as good. I kind of like Tide Hollow Speller. Or maybe I should keep all the Blood Artist effects. Maybe I want like a bunch of Tide Hollows. Or a couple. It's kind of weird to cut the Blood Thrones though. Oh, she didn't show like they had Mutilate, but they don't have like a ton of removal. I could play Duress. Duress seems okay against them. She can do like Duress. Doesn't really stop Mind Rack Demon, but it could be okay. I have Vindicates for that. Maybe I'm just cutting Blur's effect where Duress is. Okay, let's try this. On the draw, though, maybe Duress is not super awesome, but we'll see. Some Mulligan. Ooh, okay. Okay. That's unfortunate. At least I can get him here. I mean, they'll probably just Dread Fugue me. Dread Fugue to Duress. Despise, take my Goblin. At least I get to Duress away to him, so I don't lose my planes. Okay. Alright. They have double him. Different art hymns. Or, no, they're different set hymns. This is funny. Huh. I'm gonna take a hymn. Even though, like, it just, they have two of them. This thing doesn't really do much. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to mulligan against a hymn deck, but I didn't have any lands. I don't know. I don't know what you want. They're playing Evolving Wilds. I'm so curious about that. Alright, found a land. That's a tap land, though. Beggars can't be choosers. Sure. They can cleave this now. I don't actually have humans in my deck. Do I have the Anti-Offensive Spirit? Cruel Celt? No. I do have a couple of humans. Okay. Some Mind Rack Demon, maybe? Alright, they're gonna grasp that. Will they pop the spell bomb? They're doing it. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I cut the Nightmares. They're just not as good when they're spellbombing me a bunch. Okay, found a land. And Sebastian. Game-winning Bastion from last game. Not too bad, unless they play a Mind Rack Demon. It's hippie. If I draw a land, I can kill it with the red cap. Okay, maybe not. Oh, I was gonna draw it anyway. See, I wasn't gonna draw it. It doesn't matter. I wasn't gonna draw it. I win these races. I win these races. And now I can play all my spells. Well, except for Anafenza, but It's okay, I'll draw an Astrolabe or something. I don't mind attacking, them attacking, because, I mean, I have the 2-3, so, like, I'm, like, really good. Alright, I have to play Putrid Goblin here. This is a good mold of 4. I mean, they kind of flooded a bit, despite having Evolving Wilds. Okay, now I'm definitely winning the race. Guess I gotta Mutilate. But I get 2 Scries here. Bottom that. Or 3 Scries, actually. I can sack the Seer. I'll keep that. They killed their own creature, which is really funny. That lets me cast and Offenza. And I have a Vindicate, so a big creature comes, I kill it. They're probably holding him, though, so maybe it's not, like, the best hold. But, I mean, I'm not gonna kill a land. They have so many. Their curve seems to end at 4. Okay, they drew another fetch land. Okay, I'm just playing all my lands here. Go Bastion! See? It is good. I knew it. Play Snow. If you're playing a bunch of snow lands, why not play Bastion? Why not? Not so bad. Despise, you have missed. What are they holding? I gotta play this. They're probably holding like some Sorcerer Suite removal spell, like Bone Shards. So now they can Bone Shards this, I guess. Yeah. What do they discard a Swamp? Sure. Doesn't really stop the Bastion. I'm gonna lose the Vindicate regardless, so if this was an untapped land, it would have been an easy play, but... I want them to attack. No, I want them to attack. And I forgot to activate my Bastion, so I might as well just kill this now. Now I just want to kill. Okay, dang, that sucks. I completely forgot to activate the Bastion. Okay. Redraw. Ooh, red cap. Well, hold on. I'm gonna save it. Let's save it for like a lethal attack or something. They could have him though. But this is just a good line. This is such a good line. Man, they flooded so bad. This was a mold of 4? Crazy. Okay, found a Cutthroat. Actually, I'm gonna just play the red cap out. Now they have another Wrath effect. This is just a ton of damage. Like, a Mutilate's just not good now. I think I have successfully won on this mold of 4. That's silly. That's a silly game. That's magic. Alright, got another match with the Penny Dreadful, Black-White Aristocrats list. Hello, good luck. Sand seems fine, I will keep. All my colors. Just one more white source. For my Greedy and Avenza. Forgotten Cave. That could only mean cycling, so I'm gonna run this guy out. I want to run out just all the Cutthroats. I think that's kind of the play. They go like Lightning Rift, that's gonna be really bad. I'm gonna need actually a Horror Specs almost immediately. Okay, Chain Lightning my guy, but I get a little bit of value. Ooh, just a one-lander, interesting. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run out of Putrid Goblin. They kept his hand. They mulled this. They mulled the 6, so maybe they had a really. The chain lightning. This is not a cycling deck. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm just confused now. I'm gonna play the horror specs out. They have to like bolt this, or they like burst lightning this or something, or play with fire this. Get a little value. Okay. Next turn I just astrolabe into like cutthroat, probably. Okay, they burst lightning this guy. That's probably smarter. Yeah, that makes more sense. Persist guys are super annoying. It's like red burn decks, or just like red removal decks in general. It's unlucky. Alright, run an astrolabe. Okay, I'm gonna play 2 things. I will go Cutthroat Seer. Will my opponent draw a land? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like they're slamming it. I don't know what they're playing, so I don't know. I saw 2 burn spells, so I'm not really sure what they're doing, so I'm just not going to sideboard. And I mean, I guess I would bring him like maybe to rest. I'm not really sure. I don't know how I would cut. Maybe like Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn's pretty good against this kind of deck. Let's try this. Why don't they just mold the floor like I did? I mean, mold 4 is not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't know. A lot of people win on mold 4s all the time. It's not that bad. I don't know. I don't know why people like hate it. You just mold a 4 and you draw everything you need. I don't know. I just hope your opponent floods. That's maybe that's what you do. I'll keep this hand. That's actually a pretty good hand. I can cast an Defensa. Okay, they go Forgotten Cave again. The lucky Forgotten Cave. Field of Ruin. Braid of Fire. Okay, they're making mana. I'm gonna play out the Anafenza now while I can with the Field of Ruin in play. Because I might just like add this Field of Ruin my thing. Which I think it's fine. I have to get swamped with it though. So now they have this floating on their upkeep. They could Field of Ruin my thing. Oh, they're just burst lighting. It's totally fine. Yeah, I think the rest might be actually a good. So they have to look at a ton of instants for this to be good, right? And we're battlements. Okay, I'm gonna Astrolabe here. This actually makes it better, so in case I draw another Anafenza. I want to draw a land, honestly. Alright, I might have one too few lands. How much can you use your mana in your upkeep? What kind of like mana sinks do you have? Okay, they are deciding to field root. That doesn't matter because I have the Astrolabe now. But I will have to get a swamp in case the Astrolabe goes away for some reason. But it gives them double red. I mean, they've had a bunch of red anyway, so it's only like instant speed red. It's such a weird like cumulative upkeep sort of thing because most of the time cumulative upkeep is sort of a downside, but this is like a weird situational upside. Ember Swallower. Well, that's something you can use with Braid of Fire. Huh. Each player sacrifices 3 lands. Hmm. Well, the lack of lands is not good. So they do have 7 mana to Ember Swallower me, which is not good because it makes a big idiot and also just eats all my lands. They didn't do it. Wow. I would have thought that like having a big guy would be really good, but I mean the guy is already pretty big. Monsters has an instant, yeah. So I'm sure really surprised about that. Obsidian Fire, another thing to use with Braid. Okay. I'm gonna play out the Bloodthorn Vampire here. We'll bolster this guy. I guess if I draw a Future Goblin here, if they don't blow up my lands, which I thought they would have last turn, I get to like infinitely scry. Okay, now they're doing it. But now I have at least a Bloodthorn Vampire to kind of like get all this going. I don't know. Hmm. So I don't have creatures to attack when it's big enough. It's like 6. Bag of Holding. This is a cool art. This is like a reprint. Did they reprint Bag of Holding? What do they discard? The Fire Heart. Okay. Can't wait to put like Dragon's Roost or something. Just start pumping on dragons. Okay, I'm gonna block with the Anafenza here, then scry. Maybe try to find some lands. Or not, I guess. I didn't need to. See, look, I was so smart there, I knew it was there. Hmm. I probably should have kept the Anavenza, actually, because if I should have kept the Anavenza. Because now, because I have Future Goblin, I'm gonna get pinged by this thing. Okay. This Bag of Holding is kind of a nice looting effect. So with Braid. I don't think I'm winning this, by the way. I don't know whether I mean, if they could attack with the Obsidian Fireheart. Okay. This time I will scry. I don't know if there's a land up top. Not really sure this time. I thought a land would help me, but alright, I'm gonna concede this. No getting out of this one. Now I think I want Vindicate, at least for like Rate of Fire. And like some of these big guys. I don't know if I'll have time to recurring namer them. I think Duress. I actually think Duress is gonna be pretty good. I don't think I ever surely cut Seers like ever. Yeah, red cap doesn't seem like there's gonna be much to kill, but it's more of like a kill condition. So, but it's a little expensive, so I can just lower the curve a bit with the Vindicates. Actually, you know what? Let's go to 1 and play the Horror Specs. Makes the Adavenza combo a bit worse, but it's okay. Seems interesting. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna go Swamp, Seer, and Tapland, and Horror Specs. Actually, now I see why they're playing Forgotten Cave. It's the cycle. I want to play this. Oh, I could have just played this and then just not have a while. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fungal Reaches. Wow, another thing. Alright, sec to my guy. I already have one, so I'm put it on the bottom. Well, they're pretty good against red removal. I can't even look for hand defense, although I only have one white source right at the moment. Cathartic Pyre. Discard 2 cards and draw up to that many. I can only assume they're. Well, I guess now they put it on the bag of holding, which is kind of cool. So discard double Comet Storm. Oh my goodness. So it's just an instant speed fireball. Lantern of the Lost. Alright, makes my recurring nightmares a bit worse. Although I need to hope 1 mana for the whole time. Makes the board wipe a little worse. Alright, Ember Swallower. Kind of stuffs the board a bit. Not gonna lie, but I drew the Vindicate like a genius. Okay, they do another one. That's not good. But now I can like kind of suicide my creatures with the hard respects. Okay, let's cast Astrolabe first. Because if I drew it in Offensa, the game would have been over. It's still possible here. I'll just no, because well, the lantern is kind of annoying. The Temper Swallower is it's just a big guy. It's just a big guy in the way. Maybe I do just kind of start suiciding the creature lance into it. Pyroclasm, that's not good. Hmm. Don't really want to. I want to keep this around. So I'm just gonna let it happen without any scry triggers. It's kind of really funny. I guess I could do the seer because I'm gonna lose it regardless. But this is weird. Harvest triggers first, and then I hit the scry. That's a bottom. I have a ton of lands here. I get a bunch more cards, and at least I get to drain them for a bit. Okay. I can't see them attacking. There's no way. Okay, found the Undefensa, which now makes like infinite blocking great. I just need to get rid of another Pyroclasm or Burn spell. Another Lantern. They have another Hammer Garrison. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Alright, Undefensa. They bolster back on this guy. So now these guys just keep attacking, and it's pretty great. Now I can just infinitely attack. The last card here is a Garrison and an Unknown. They should pop this. I mean, now they can like pop the Lantern though with persist triggers on the stack. So they kind of have to hold up a mana for the rest of the game. But I have a pretty decent-ish attack next turn, especially with the Bastions. All right, they Field of Ruin, but they're gonna play out the Garrison. That's funny. Um, so if I draw like a Blood Artist effect, this is gonna be pretty sweet. Okay, it's a redraw. Hmm. Um. Hmm. I think it can still just activate and attack with like everyone. I think it's like totally fine. Like if they block the bastions, then their guys get tapped down. Not you, everyone else. So like I get in 4 regardless. Like if you block the persist guys, then they just come back because they get offensa. If you block the bastions, your guys get tapped down. I lose the bastions, but it's not a big deal. They're taking 4 regardless. Okay, so it's deciding to tap everything. And one of them doesn't even die to the Henry Garrison, which is really funny. Okay, it looks like they're trying to try to draw a card. I mean, they could actually just bag a holding here, but they have no more mana to do anything. I don't know what they could do with bag a holding. They kind of need this Comet Storm, but I don't know if it's going to be good. Guess they're looking for like another Pyroclasm. They find Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm with Lantern is pretty good on my board. Okay, now they're drawing, which is a good sign for me. Which means they're desperate. Because now a Pyroclasm is not even that great. Well, actually, it kind of is. They can go to 1. Okay, I think they're dead. But can they fuse this? No, they can't. All right, cool. Game 3. Or was that it? No, that was game 4. No, that was game 3. I won game 3. Hey, look at that. I don't even know what's going on anymore. All right, got another match with the Painting Dreadful Black-White Aristocrats list. I'm going to keep this hand. It's actually pretty good. It's missing a white source, but I'll get there eventually. That's all I can do is hope. Is this like a Hermit Druid deck? Because if so, if they play Hermit Druid, I'm going to die. Dawnbringer Cleric. Okay. I'm still kind of worried. I'm actually going to play the Sinkhole here. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Landowar Augur. There's no pattern here. I see no pattern. This is only during your upkeep, right? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play the Bastion. I'm gonna run out this horror specs. Which is the best blocker on the field, unless they upkeep Augur, their guy. What deck would play these? I don't know. Maybe this is Recurring Nightmare? Doran the Siege Tower, I like it. I like it. So now this guy's beaten down. Now they're beaten down. Okay, so I guess I'm just taking 6. The Doran is really annoying. But I can at least kill one of these things. I'm gonna kill I guess the Llanowar Augur is kind of annoying. And soon I have Recurring Nightmare to start doing a bunch of stuff, so I can start picking off these like little creatures. Like, I don't mind chumping with this red cap, because eventually it'll come back with the Recurring Nightmare. It's a bottom for me. These kinds of matchups should be okay, because I just have like more creatures. I should, in theory, have more creatures than them. And then I just like value-based blocks, so it should be okay. Next turn I get to play like 3 things. And, I'm just continually drawing cards with the horror spec. So unless they have like a removal spell for this guy, this is going to take a while for them to kind of do some damage to me. Blood Chief's Thirst, okay. I have another. I have a backup. It's okay. Okay, there's the Anabenza, but I don't have a second white source. Uh, I have a Blood Artist effect on my hand, so I think it's okay to bottom that. I'm just looking for a second white source now. Hopefully I find that Plains. Now I feel bad for scrying down that sinkhole. Alright, so I'm gonna block the Doran. Save a bunch of damage. It's more something gonna be like a combo sort of kill. Just trying to bide my time, and next turn I will buy a lot of time. Okay, I found the white source. So I actually infinitely draw. I have infinite draws now, so I don't need to draw anything either, because I have the Celebrant in my hand already. Until they kill me like right now, then I think I'm okay. I think I'm actually okay. I could have actually like saved the block just in case something crazy happened. Ancient Lumber Knot, what is this? Oh, it's just another Doran, but it's only for Tree Folk. It's interesting. It's a really weird instance. Catapult Fodder. Oh, that is kind of cool. I have 2 ways of killing them, too. I have the Celebrant and the Red Cap. So they have to kill the Anafenza, and they have a colorless source of mana up, so I think I'm okay. I could actually, in theory, draw my deck here. Or just... I could actually just draw my deck. This is a must, right? Yeah. Oh, yes. My opponent asked me, let me know if I'm dead, and yeah, you are dead. I don't look at chat all the time, but yeah, you're dead. Um, all right, cool. This is the kind of matchups I like, where I kind of want to have. Um, this is the kind of matchups I want to face, honestly. So I think I'm reading the Vindicates. can only imagine they're gonna bring in some sort of like graveyard hate. They already actually have like main deck graveyard hate that the Dawnbringer. So I'm gonna cut like two nightmares and hmm like shave. No, these are really good. These kind of matchups. This guy doesn't seem very good against like the big butt creatures. So let's try this. Same team's great. I'm gonna keep this one. Don't really have to start off with Eternal and Seer, so I'm just gonna go with Sinkhole Pass. Harbinger, love Harbinger. Harbinger finds either Murmuring Bosk or the Doran. Good Harbinger for Harbinger. Alright, they found Ancient Lumber Knot. So they put it on top of their deck. Alright. Giant Ox. Hell yeah. um, should have played the Bastion. Just turned on Andavenza now. Okay, a Cutthroat. Cutthroat's nice. So they might have the Murmuring Bosk here. Okay, they have another Harbinger. So this does find Doran if they don't have a land, or they just go find a land. They failed to find? They didn't use they didn't want to shuffle, interesting. But they did play and make a land drop, so I'm so confused. Kinda want to vindicate their land. But I can't get through all this stuff, so it's definitely gonna be like a combo turn. It's a combo kind of game. I guess I can kill a Harbinger with a red cap, but that doesn't seem very good. I don't know why they didn't search. I'm very confused. Okay, I found the Andavenza. I do already have a persist creature, but here's a Cutthroat anyway. I should have actually killed the white source because now they gotta like, purify the grave. I suppose that's like an out they have to this, but I'm not gonna play around it. I'm just gonna go for it. Right, at worst case, I mean, I say worst case I have a second one, but then Purify the Grave has like flashback, so it's like whatever. I said, GG, need some snow duels search. I'm like, yeah, that would help. There are forest cards with the Harbinger. I'm actually surprised they just didn't find a land. I don't know. Maybe it was just a misclick. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, gonna match the Pain Dreadful Aristocrats list. 3-0, can't complain. I will keep. This is a good hand. I still cannot complain. Try to figure out a way to complain somehow. When it's still deciding. So you get to see like at least one planes in my hand. But I think hand ends up being like double white. It's just so hard. Ponder. Could mean so many things. Could be Delver. Could be High Tide. Could be Control. I think in most instances, I like Future Goblin to start. Alright. Gonna run out the Celebrant, see if it eats a counter spell. Resolves. Interesting. If I had to guess, I think they're High Tide. I think they're playing High Tide, which is gonna make a great test for the deck at 3-0. That's trying to be like high tier decks I played. That's kind of what League is about. League is kind of like a wild west of decks sometimes. Just kind of get to try all sorts of brews. I mean, this is a brew. I wouldn't call this any sort of tier if I believed in a tier list. Fairy Vandal. Okay, so they're not High Tides. There's some sort of blue tempo deck. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. I think these decks kind of actually struggle with like go wide creature decks, but I mean a 2/3 is actually nothing to scoff at. A 2/3 is actually incredibly hard to deal with. Um, I think I just like double vampire here. I think the first one gets countered. The second one will resolve. Okay, I like double vampire then. Then now you can like bolster a crazy attack with these. You have another vandal. And vapor stack, my guy. Sure. Vapor stack is actually incredible against Bloodthirst Vampire. You just like put all your eggs in the basket and like, oh, here's an unsummon. Third Fairy Vandal. Looks like they're gonna draw a card here. So you have Ponder. This it's not good. I just talked about how they kind of struggle with decks, but you have triple the Fairy Vandal. You're just putting all these counters on here. How bad could it be? You have a Delver, okay. So just like full on mono blue tempo here. They presumably already set up the Delver flip. I'm gonna hit a redraw here. One of the best cards right now would be what do you call it? Red Cap. Red Cap couldn't shoot like a thing here, but it is not to be. This thing transforms. I might be just dead in 2 turns. All right, they found lose focus. Ponder again triggers the Fairy Vandals. I'd be dead if I didn't have to roll Celebrant here. Seven, 10, 13. Actually, they're short 1. But they can't really attack with everyone. I actually have a really big attack on the crackback. It's a smart attack. And they have a loose focus in their hand, so I know the next spell isn't gonna really. Well, it might resolve. It depends what it is. So I don't have a spell anyway, so. Huh. What kind of attack can I make here to kind of like force a crazy block? Um, I kind of like activating the Bastion and attacking with the vampires and maybe just forcing some sort of like crazy sack here. Or they just take it. I mean, them taking it is not too bad. I'm definitely dead next turn. There's no question about it. I'm pretty dead. Okay. Um, I'm not dead. I'm literally just gonna kill this thing. Trade this vampire off. Okay, this is not terrible. It's not a terrible situation. Although now I'm kind of out of creatures. They're not even their blocker, which is kind of annoying. Still have to lose focus. Once they tap out, okay, they're gonna probe. They're gonna pay too low. I'm gonna show my lowly planes. I can actually pay for a good lose focus now. Love the attack. Kind of cutthroat. Wow. It's not a, if I want to counter this, I have to pay 4, which means I can't activate the Bastion. And they can just block the Blood Throne. I think I'm just dead regardless. I can't really deal that much damage. They definitely should counter this. Or attempt to counter it. I don't know if I can really deal 8 damage to them, especially with the Delver Secrets blocking. I'm not going to pay for it. Yeah, it's the correct block. Okay. There's not life total I can gain to like get past the flyers here. So, okay, so I guess if you draw all 4 fairy vandals, you win these games. I don't know if Vindicate's good enough. I kind of like Tide Hollow and like Duresses to sort of like get under them. Not sure how much I like Recurring Nightmare, but it is kind of a pain for them. Red caps can kind of kill Delvers, so I should keep a couple in. They're kind of expensive. Not sure about Vindicate either, but I mean, killing a Tempest Gen would be really nice. I kind of brought him in like every matchup, so I feel like I brought him in like every matchup. I probably just want to cut like a couple of these, and I like Bloodthorn Vampire a lot in this matchup. I can cut a Horror Specs. I don't think I'm like trading a lot. I'll cut an Anafenza. Maybe we're not like big. I mean, combo is kind of be the biggest way of winning. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like this, but I'll cut a Seer. Maybe just for this matchup. I think I like Bloodthorn Vampire a bit more. Although being like I said, being all in against a Vapor Stag deck is kind of scary. Seems okay, I guess. Alright, turn 1 Delver Blind Flip is the true test of a, very seasoned Magic player. A very good Magic player here. Do they have it? They do not have it. It's okay. You're just human. You're only human after all. Probe me. Look at my hand. Alright, Lantern of the Lost. Makes that recurrent nightmare really great. At least I know now that like this will just resolve. I get a nice attack on the Putrid Goblin. Alright, now will this Delver transform? They reveal Thought Scour. If they attack, this means they probably have Tempest Gin. If they don't attack, then I'm really happy to trade. I think. Plumeveil. I'm still happy. I'm gonna draw a card off of this. This is fine. It taps it down. I have so many lands in play too. Okay, I get to rest. I get to cast another spell. They have another Plumeveil and Thought Scour and 2 lands. Hmm. Because then I get to hold a Plumeveil and Lantern, which is kind of annoying. Alright, never mind. They're gonna ponder. I love this. This is like just a flock of birds. It's an elemental, but it's like kind of like attacking. If you're gonna block with this, why leave this back if you're never gonna block? Why not just attack? And then you have Plumeveil now. I know your hand. You have Plumeveil, so it's like you're gonna block with this Plumeveil, so why not just attack? Interesting. Um, I'm just doing this to draw a card. Alright, they just let me have it. Try to resolve the nightmare. Counterspell, okay. Counterspell despite having Lantern in play. I'm actually surprised it just didn't attack. Because now they have like double Plumeveil, so it's like, what's the harm? Alright, 3 lands. My hand's embarrassing. I get it. I could have taken so much damage. Okay, I'm gonna pre-combat this. To force out the Plumeveil. Okay, let's see what's in your hand now. Nothing. We have nothing. Again, I'll keep attacking, because I don't mind. I want this card. I want this card. They could pop the Lantern. That's it's so quarter case, but I get to get a card out of it. With Druid and Defensive, I tap my white source already. I think I've already played a land this turn. Dang it. Damn you, Tide Hollow and my weird land. My weird land drop situation. Now they attack. Okay, once again, I'm gonna see what's going on with Tide Hollow. Tide Hollow. If he eats a counterspell, then the end defense is free to go, I think. Another Plumeveil. Shields up. Shield up, man. Vapor Sag, my guy. Okay. Maybe I should have played the horror specs to try to draw another card. I think it's okay. Alright, probe. The hand's still bad. Our hands are bad, but you have a flying delver. Now, I guess I draw a 2 of now, this red cap. And we're like back in business. Okay. No! It's okay, now I have an infinite blocker. Infinite non-flying blocker. I just wanted to draw so many cards. I drew accounts about the correct time. There's so many Plume Veils. Okay, I drew another Horror Specs. That's nice. I could play around a gigantic loose focus. I couldn't pay for a gigantic loose focus anyway. By making a land drop, everything's in 2s, so it's like they lose focus with like 3 replicates and it'd be good enough. Or 2 or whatever. Looks like they're loading that up too. They should counter it if they have a counter spell. Should absolutely counter this. Okay. Um. All right. Send in the clowns. I guess if they like Vapor Snag my Aunt Avenzas can get annoying. Or I guess Vapor Snag the horror specs. Pretty cool. Okay. Did they just die? Did they just die? Um. I think they just died. They didn't counter this. Then maybe they're just waiting to counter this. I don't know. I'm going for it. Okay, wow, they waited. But now I can like infinitely scry and draw. So I can kind of like draw my deck here. This might take a while. Okay, I found the thing. Look, I might have duress. Okay. Bottom that. We can do this all day. It's gonna take a while though. I should yield that trigger. I should yield that trigger. Should yield all these triggers. Because I can't stop this anyway. Should yield this. Top. I want to draw that. But I want to draw like another duress. Top that. I want to draw that too. Top. Draw one more. Sure. Okay, let's start my turn. Start with a Sculler. I could double Sculler them. Like if one's a counter spell, the next one's a counter spell. It's this guy. Okay. Alright. I will do this a million times. I don't mind. Okay. I have like 3 cutthroats, so I could have just played all the cutthroats out. Alright. Game 3. The hand was weird. They drew a lot of lands. Not gonna lie. That's the power of the horror specs, and that's the power of the combo in general. So I'm gonna cut all the nightmares. I think they've just been not good. I'm gonna keep the seer, all that. All the card advantage stuff seems okay. I think I want to keep the red caps in. It's just a like persist thing that I don't need this other thing for. I like Scholars. I think Scholar was really good. I think I will cut the vampire. Well, I'll cut a vampire. No, I'll just cut a red cap. Maybe. Oh no, I think I do want some of this removal. Maybe let's go to 1 Celebrant. Seems kind of loose, but we'll see. If anything, like the red caps, they don't need the blood artists to kill. I could just do like Anafenza, sack outlet, red cap, and that's the kill. So that's a good thing about red cap. You don't need the blood artist, so you can like shave the blood artist if you really want to. The Haruspex Seer actually won that game. This is a mulligan. I like this hand. Let's keep. I like all these cards. Sadly, I don't want to really get away with anything. I guess I would give her a red cap. I can't really. Technically, I cannot cast it. Okay. Turn 1 Delver. Again, are you? Alright. Astrolabe. Drew the Kinstry. But I'm gonna lead with a Sculler. Let's see. Blind flip, blind flip, blind flip? No. Okay, Fairy Vandal. Means they're gonna probe me. Alright. I'm gonna lead here with the Sculler. Oh gosh. Their hand is very aggressive. Tempest Gen is actually really great against me. It's a big guy. It's just a big guy, and I can't deal with it. Alright, no blind flip again. I'm gonna go Jin. They're just gonna attack with the Fairy Vandal. But, I mean, this just kind of opens up a path to, like, kind of get out a quick combo. I'm honestly, with this hand, I'm just looking for, like, a persist creature. Oh, man. As long as they don't counter, like, a removal spell. Okay. They've not been very lucky. 2 unknowns. They're not spells. So, they haven't revealed it with Delver. So they're just trying to race me. But we can kind of race back. Alright, they drew another Jhin. Okay. Wow. This is almost lethal. They draw like a card drawing spell. I mean, I do have horror specs and the cutthroat, so I'm not like dead. But I do need to draw a card at some point. Or scry, at the very least just scry. So I think I have to play the cutthroat here. Alright, so I need to find a persist creature. That's pretty much... And they needed to rip a counter spell here. Okay, they still haven't revealed anything. I'm not dead, so this is 12, and I'm not dead. I could just stack a bunch of stuff here. If they have like a card drawing spell, I could be under the gun here. bottom. So I have to give the Tide Hollows color, which gives them a Jin, but this doesn't really matter because they'll be dead anyway. So maybe like a Thought Scour, that would just be insane. But they would have flipped it over with it already. All right, bottom. So it needs to be a persist creature on top, and then they need to not have like a counter spell, which they don't because I've seen it. They revealed all their cards. They're not revealed. Okay, that's a Jin I gave them. Because it needs to be a persist creature. It's an Anafenza. I guess. I guess I'm dead. Yeah, I can't just like play this. Yeah, unfortunate. I draw persist person. I win here, but it was not to be. They had the all dude hand, which is pretty great. Well, GG's. All right, another round of the Pain Dreadful Aristocrats list. That mono blue opponent actually went 5-0 in their league, so good for them. That was a 5-0 match for them, so they clutched it out. They'll keep. Sam's a little slow, but I have like all my colors, so I think I'm okay with this. I always in my mind I always like sacrifice good mana for just like a weird, like a less than optimal powerful hand rather. You know, one card has been really good is Recurring Nightmare. It has been very good. Tree of Tales. Okay. I can only imagine this being some sort of Druid deck. ARCHETYPE has been good. I'll tell you that. ARCHETYPE has been good. Recurring Nightmare, it's been okay. But I think you do need that kind of effect. Maybe like Anime Dead would be better. I don't know. Or I could just play Vindicate main deck. Vindicate main deck would not be terrible. Alright, there's the Hermit Druid. So I don't have a removal spell for this. At the 3. I can tell you that much. Maybe they don't go for it. Maybe they just feel like I have Ravenous Trap in my hand. I don't know if the Ravenous Trap is even legal. I think it is. No, maybe that was last season. Right, maybe they won't go for it. Oh, it is legal this season. Okay. Alright, have Ravenous Trap. No. No. Okay. No, they didn't fall for it. Okay, so oh, they're Varels. They're playing Varels Dreadnought with Hermit Druid. I love it. So you get multiple angles of attack. That's what I love. So you have Varels, you have Dreadnoughts, they have Acorn Harvest to make 3 creatures, so they can Dread Return up a Lava Giant. It's right here. They have an Earth in their deck. Okay, this is a very spicy list. I like it. 10 to Pest. 10 to Pest just kills a lot of people. Okay. Alright. Love it. I am dead. Alright, so don't have much, because I don't have, like, removal. So I have a couple spell bombs. I don't really, like, think about, like, graveyard decks as a high sort of, I haven't seen a lot, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna bring out all, like, the kind of, like, early removal. I cut the red caps, I'm gonna cut these nightmares, they're just a bit slow. I might cut the Haro specs, too, they're also really slow. Kind of hard to get going, but hmm. Yeah, let's just cut them all. Keep a red cap in, see what happens. I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna try that mulligan to a spell bomb. No. Alright, to 5. I go. To four I go? I don't know. I think I'll keep this. This is kind of like whatever. I'll just take the loss here. I think it's fine. I'm fine with taking the loss here. Even if they don't have like the Hermit Druid plan, they can just go for the Dreadnought plan, which is actually really good. Let's see which side of the coin they decide to flip. Okay, Temple of Malady. These decks have gotten just better and better with like the more of the untapped non-basics, like Tree of Tales. Ooh, Commercial Jaws Mimic. Love it. One thing about Jaws Mimic is kind of awkward is that it does take the power of Troll, but if you leave the Mimic around and don't sack it to the Dreadnought, it doesn't get trampled, it doesn't copy it. It's not like a Renegade Doppelganger. But I think they have a Dreadnought in their hand. Or they have a Druid. So I do have an out of actually being able to cast a red cap on this Hermit Druid. But I only have one in my deck. To cut them all. Actually, red cap would be pretty great against this deck. In this kind of like situation. If they attack, I'm just taking it. Okay. Ooh, maybe I should have scryed a couple of times to try to draw into something. Maybe I could have scryed once or twice there. I don't know. We'll see if it mattered. I'll also cut all my red caps, so I don't know. I only have myself to blame for this match. For this match loss here. Hey, I could have Purify the Grave. I could have Ravenous Trap now. What's in my hand? You don't know. You don't know what's in my hand. Oh, you're going for it. Dang. What if I did have like some crazy? This is very. They just kind of like blind did this. They have because they have the thing is they actually have like no like. What if I have something to disrupt them with? This is kind of. This is actually kind of scary, but I'm gonna go for it, which is good. What if I had like I don't know some hexproof thing, so you can't target me? I don't know. What if? But I appreciate the moxie on my opponent just to kind of go for it. Say when I'm drawing anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but gotta play well anyway. So guys, your boy Jim, I get back for the final thoughts of the list. 3 and 2, not terrible. I think it's like the best I could expect. I don't know. I think I lost the decks that are just playing up straight up better. I don't know. Although the mono blue list, if I drop Persist guy there, that's over. The game's kind of over. So I found Cyberning hard to do actually. The list is like pretty like solid in a lot of spots. Like I don't know if you really need 8 of these things. You definitely want a bunch. Cutthroat is easier to cast obviously than the Celebrant, so I wouldn't mind actually cutting Celebrants, especially if you're gonna play with Red Cap, where Red Cap doesn't need Celebrant or an extra one of these. So I think I might shave some for that. I think I liked the Vampire Seer more. I think I wanted more vampires than these. But although like having these kind of like helped me stay in some games, so maybe I go like this, do this. You know, one card was really bad or not great for me was like Recurring Nightmare. It's usually okay in certain spots, but I think matchups are just too fast for this to be relevant. So I think I kind of just wanted like all these Vindicates just to like kind of like hedge some bets. I liked everything else. I like Red Cap over just Safe Holy. Safe Holy is just not great. Red Cap does stuff. So, I think that's okay. The mana, it was a little sketchy on the mana, but I still think 22 is kind of right. I don't know. If I had to fix the sideboard, maybe just add another one of these. And maybe just some like blanket removal. Like if I move Vindicates over here, they can like just add like Tragic Slips or any sort of like creature removal, like Parlous Act. I don't know. There's a ton. Blood Chief's Thirst, whatever. Whatever you want, you can just add there. I'll just add Blood Chiefs first for now, just so I don't forget. Something, just some cheap removal, you know. Blood Chiefs first are fine. But yeah, I like the deck for the most part. It's like, you know, pretty classic, sort of aristocratic build. And Defensa definitely like got me out of a couple of like situations where it's like, well, I need a combo, so I need to put this all together. And honestly, putting it all together is kind of tough, I would say. Just from like the fact that like and Defense is double white, even with Astrolabes and like the Frostlock Bastions or whatever, which I thought 3 was the right number, by the way. I didn't think at first I thought it'd be too greedy, but I mean, once you kind of get going, these are like super good. They actually like gave me a turn against the Delver deck. Like if I didn't have this Bastion, I would not have had a chance to try to win that game. So I was pretty happy to have these kinds of cards in my deck. If you want to get less greedy, I guess you could play like Mistress Factory, but this is just cooler. So like the tapping ability is pretty great against that like mono red deck where like I had to tap the big guys down. So yeah, Bastion's cool if you're playing Snowlands, so I think I like Bastion a lot. Um, I don't know. I don't know other ways to improve. Maybe the cyber could be a bit better. I don't know. I didn't really play against any like true combo or whatever, but yeah, the shell is there. I think the shell is good of just Anafenza. Or if you want to go the green route, maybe Golgari is better. Um, because you get Malaria, it's the same instance. You know, you can still play like all of this. You could trade these for like I think like Falconwrath Noble is legal, so you can have Falconwrath Nobles. And you can just have other sort of like removal here. And then you don't need Astrolabe. They could free up this Astrolabe slot for like anything. Because the mana in green black is way better. You do lose on Deafening Silence, which is pretty terrible, but you do gain just like you just play like Duresses or like more Duresses. Maybe you can play him in that matchup. Or just like and instead of these, you could play like Mesmeric Fiend. So that's like kind of okay. You could just like lead into like Lost Legacy against like green decks, or I'm sorry, against like combo decks. But yeah, I think actually now that I think about it, I think the green splash is just better. This is probably just better if you're kind of into the mood for this kind of combo deck. Because one, the mana's better. The mana is just better. I think it's like the bottom line. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you like the video, like, follow, subscribe to the channel. You know, post a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm not gonna promise anything about making more videos, but I will do my best. I will do my absolute best. So, just happen to have a day where I could kind of just like sit back and make a nice video. So, thank you all for watching and take care. Play some Penny Dreadful.